Driving while impaired, DWI, in North Carolina can be proven by a. Physical or mental impairment by alcohol or drugs. B. Speeding in a residential area. C. Driving with expired registration. D. Having a license suspension. Answer A. DWI can be proven if the driver's physical or mental fitness is appreciably impaired by alcohol or drugs. A driver's license may be revoked for how long after a second conviction of DWI? A. 4 years. B. 1 year. C. 6 months. D. 2 years. Answer A. A second DWI conviction within 3 years results in a 4-year license revocation. The use of an ignition interlock device is required after a conviction of DWI if the BAC was A. 0.08% or higher. B. 0.15% or higher. C. 0.04% or higher. D. Any level. Answer B. An ignition interlock device is required for DWI offenders with a BAC of 0.15% or higher. A conviction for underage drinking and driving results in A. A 1-year license revocation. B. A $500 fine. C. A 6-month suspension. D. Community service only. Answer A. Underage drivers convicted of drinking and driving face a mandatory 1-year license revocation. Accumulating how many points on your driving record may result in a suspension of your driver's license? A. 8 points within 5 years. B. 15 points within 3 years. C. 10 points within 5 years. D. 12 points within 3 years. Answer D. Accumulating 12 points within a 3-year period may lead to a suspension of your driver's license. Driving with a BAC of 0.08% or higher is A. Illegal. B. Legal with supervision. C. Allowed under special circumstances. D. Permitted during daylight hours. Answer A. Driving with a BAC of 0.08% or higher is illegal in North Carolina and constitutes DWI. The first step to take if your vehicle begins to hydroplane is to A. Take your foot off the accelerator. B. Brake hard immediately. C. Speed up to regain control. D. Turn sharply in the opposite direction. Answer A. Taking your foot off the accelerator is the recommended first step to regain control if your vehicle starts to hydroplane. The legal age to purchase alcohol in North Carolina is A. 20 years old. B. 18 years old. C. 21 years old. D. 19 years old. Answer C. The legal age to purchase alcohol in North Carolina is 21. A conviction of manslaughter while under the influence of an impairing substance results in A. Permanent revocation of the driver's license. B. A 5-year suspension. C. A 10-year suspension. D. A temporary suspension. Answer A. Manslaughter while under the influence results in the permanent revocation of the driver's license. Points on a driver's license for aggressive driving are A. 3 points. B. 5 points. C. 4 points. D. 2 points. Answer B. Aggressive driving results in 5 points on a driver's license. Suspension for a second conviction of willful racing with another vehicle lasts A. 3 years. B. 1 year. C. 6 months. D. 2 years. Answer A. A second conviction of willful racing with another vehicle results in a 3-year suspension. If your vehicle begins to skid, you should A. Brake firmly and hold. B. Accelerate to regain traction. C. Turn the steering wheel in the opposite direction of the skid. D. Turn the steering wheel in the direction of the skid. Answer D. Turning the steering wheel in the direction of the skid helps regain control of the vehicle. A vehicle is most likely to hydroplane at speeds above A. 35 miles per hour. B. 25 miles per hour. C. 15 miles per hour. D. 45 miles per hour. Answer A. Hydroplaning is most likely to occur at speeds above 35 miles per hour, especially on wet roads. The law in North Carolina prohibits the use of A. Seatbelts in commercial vehicles. B. Headlights during daylight hours. C. Handheld cell phones while driving. D. Hazard lights in rainy conditions. Answer C. North Carolina law prohibits the use of handheld cell phones while driving unless a hands-free device is used. If you refuse to take a chemical test when charged with DWI, your license will be revoked for A. 12 months. B. 6 months. C. 18 months. D. 24 months. Answer A. Refusing a chemical test when charged with DWI results in a mandatory 12-month revocation of your driver's license. A conviction of speeding more than 15 miles per hour over the speed limit may result in A. License reinstatement. B. A warning. C. Community service. D. A 30-day suspension. Answer D. A conviction of speeding more than 15 miles per hour over the speed limit can result in a 30-day suspension of your driver's license. During heavy rain, drivers should A. Turn on high beams. B. Increase following distance. C. Maintain the speed limit. D. Use the horn frequently. Answer B. Increasing following distance during heavy rain helps reduce the risk of collisions due to reduced visibility and traction. Points on a driver's license for running through a stop sign are A. 3 points. B. 2 points. C. 4 points. D. 5 points. Answer A. Running through a stop sign results in 3 points on a driver's license in North Carolina. Drivers should use low beam headlights in foggy conditions because A. High beams cause glare and reduce visibility. B. Low beams are brighter. C. High beams increase fuel consumption. D. Low beams allow for faster driving. Answer A. High beams reflect off fog and cause glare, reducing visibility. Low beams are recommended in foggy conditions. When approaching a railroad crossing, a driver should A. Ignore flashing lights if no train is visible. B. Speed up to cross quickly. C. Slow down and look both ways. D. Stop only if a train is approaching. Answer C. When approaching a railroad crossing, drivers should slow down and look both ways to ensure safety. To avoid drowsy driving, a driver should A. Take breaks every 2 hours. B. Drink coffee only. C. Listen to loud music. D. Open the windows for fresh air. Answer A. Taking regular breaks, at least every 2 hours, helps prevent drowsy driving. In North Carolina, it is illegal to transport an open container of alcohol in A. The glove compartment. B. The trunk. C. The passenger area of any vehicle. D. Under the seat. Answer C. It is illegal to transport an open container of alcohol in the passenger area of any vehicle in North Carolina. When driving at night, you should A. Use your low beams when following another vehicle. B. Use your high beams at all times. C. Drive faster than during the day. D. Use parking lights only. Answer A. Low beams should be used when following another vehicle at night to avoid blinding the driver ahead. The use of a cell phone while driving is allowed only A. When stopped at a red light. B. For texting. C. If driving at low speeds. D. With a hands-free device. Answer: D. With a hands-free device. In North Carolina, the use of a cell phone while driving is only permitted with a hands-free device. If involved in a crash, the first step a driver should take is: A. Call a tow truck. B. Leave the scene immediately. C. Stop the vehicle and check for injuries. D. Continue driving if no one is injured. Answer: C. The first action after a crash is to stop the vehicle and check for injuries before taking further steps. Driving in flood conditions requires: A. Avoiding the road entirely if possible. B. Speeding through standing water. C. Driving close to other vehicles. D. Ignoring road signs. Answer: A. It is best to avoid driving in flood conditions if possible to ensure safety. A driver's license may be suspended for speeding if: A. You are driving below the speed limit. B. You are convicted of speeding more than 55 miles per hour twice within 12 months. C. You are caught speeding in a residential area once. D. You receive only a warning. Answer: B. Conviction of speeding more than 55 miles per hour twice within 12 months may result in a license suspension. A driver should increase following distance when: A. Driving in bad weather. B. Driving on an empty road. C. Driving in a parking lot. D. Driving during the day. Answer: A. Increasing following distance in bad weather helps reduce the risk of collisions due to reduced traction and visibility. A skid on icy roads can be controlled by: A. Turning sharply in the opposite direction. B. Slamming the brakes. C. Accelerating immediately. D. Steering in the direction of the skid. Answer: D. Steering in the direction of the skid can help regain control of the vehicle on icy roads. Using cruise control in heavy traffic is: A. Not recommended. B. Encouraged for fuel efficiency. C. Safe at low speeds. D. Required by law. Answer: A. Using cruise control in heavy traffic is not recommended because it reduces the driver's ability to respond quickly to changing conditions. A pedestrian using a white cane with a red tip is: A. Blind or visually impaired. B. Elderly. C. A child. D. A traffic officer. Answer: A. Pedestrians using a white cane with a red tip are usually blind or visually impaired and should be given the right of way. The best way to handle a tire blowout is to: A. Turn the steering wheel sharply. B. Brake hard immediately. C. Speed up to get off the road quickly. D. Hold the steering wheel firmly and slow down gradually. Answer: D. Holding the steering wheel firmly and slowing down gradually helps maintain control during a tire blowout. North Carolina law requires headlights to be used: A. Only on highways. B. Only during rain. C. From sunset to sunrise. D. Only in foggy conditions. Answer: C. Headlights must be used from sunset to sunrise to improve visibility. The penalty for a first DWI conviction is: A. A mandatory 1-year license revocation. B. A warning. C. Community service. D. A fine only. Answer: A. A first DWI conviction results in a mandatory 1-year license revocation in North Carolina. If your vehicle's brakes fail, the first action should be: A. Shift into a higher gear. B. Pump the brake pedal several times. C. Accelerate immediately. D. Turn off the engine. Answer: B. Pumping the brake pedal several times can help build up brake fluid pressure if your brakes fail. In a work zone, drivers should: A. Obey the posted speed limits. B. Ignore construction signs. C. Speed up to avoid delays. D. Use the shoulder to pass. Answer A. Drivers should always obey posted speed limits in work zones to ensure the safety of workers and other drivers. A driver must yield the right of way to emergency vehicles. A. Only when they are stopped. B. Only when they are speeding. C. With flashing lights and/or sirens. D. Only during the day. Answer C. Drivers must yield the right of way to emergency vehicles with flashing lights and/or sirens. If a pedestrian is in a marked crosswalk, drivers must A. Stop and wait for the pedestrian to cross. B. Slow down and proceed with caution. C. Honk to alert the pedestrian. D. Speed up to pass before the pedestrian crosses. Answer A. Drivers must stop and wait for pedestrians to cross in marked crosswalks. If you experience a tire blowout, you should avoid A. Slowing down gradually. B. Steering straight. C. Holding the steering wheel firmly. D. Braking immediately. Answer D. Braking immediately can cause a loss of control. Instead, slow down gradually and steer straight. A broken yellow line on the road indicates A. Passing is allowed if done safely. B. No passing allowed. C. Traffic flows in the same direction. D. A one-way street. Answer A. A broken yellow line allows passing if it is done safely and when the road ahead is clear. The minimum safe following distance in good conditions is A. 3 seconds. B. 1 second. C. 5 seconds. D. 10 seconds. Answer A. A minimum following distance of 3 seconds is recommended under good driving conditions. When backing out of a parking space, you should A. Ignore other vehicles. B. Rely only on your mirrors. C. Speed up to clear the space quickly. D. Look over your shoulder to check for pedestrians. Answer D. Always look over your shoulder to check for pedestrians and other vehicles when backing out. A flashing yellow light means A. Stop immediately. B. Proceed with caution. C. Accelerate through the intersection. D. Turn only with a green arrow. Answer B. A flashing yellow light means proceed with caution through the intersection. The safest way to deal with road rage is to A. Avoid engaging with aggressive drivers. B. Honk your horn to assert yourself. C. Speed up to get away from the situation. D. Confront the driver. Answer A. Avoiding engagement with aggressive drivers is the safest way to handle road rage. At a four-way stop, the driver who arrives first has the right of way unless A. They are on a side street. B. They are driving a smaller vehicle. C. Another driver is already in the intersection. D. They are driving slower. Answer C. At a four-way stop, the driver who arrives first has the right of way unless another driver is already in the intersection. When turning left at an intersection, you should A. Yield to oncoming traffic. B. Speed through the intersection. C. Honk to clear the way. D. Ignore pedestrians. Answer A. When turning left at an intersection, always yield to oncoming traffic. On a multi-lane road, slower traffic should A. Stop frequently. B. Use the left lane. C. Use the middle lane. D. Keep to the right. Answer D. Slower traffic should keep to the right on multi-lane roads to allow faster vehicles to pass on the left. If you miss your exit on an interstate, you should A. Continue to the next exit. B. Reverse back to the exit. C. Make a U-turn immediately. D. Stop and ask for directions. Answer A. If you miss your exit on an interstate, continue to the next exit to avoid dangerous maneuvers. In North Carolina, headlights are required when A. In residential areas only. B. Driving on country roads. C. Visibility is less than 400 feet. D. In clear weather conditions. Answer C. Headlights are required when visibility is less than 400 feet to ensure safety on the road. When driving through a curve, you should A. Slow down before entering the curve. B. Speed up to avoid losing control. C. Brake hard while in the curve. D. Accelerate immediately. Answer A. Slowing down before entering a curve helps maintain control and reduces the risk of skidding.